chubby, just one word was said to the famous singer Karen Carpenter, and that one word was her death sentence. That was in the 1980s. But she is just one example of how powerful our words can be. Now, the person who called her chubby, I can't remember, I think it was someone in the press. They would never have known that throwaway comment could have impacted her so deeply. But it just shows how important it is to be intentional with the words that we use. Unfortunately, Karen is just one of thousands of people who've been impacted by someone else's words. There are many people who have anorexia who will be able to recall words that were said to them that made them feel so bad about themselves that's when their anorexia started. And also bullies or cyberbullies, people bullying another person, a younger person, and actually driving them to suicide just because of the words that they say. Now, these bullies are awful people, terrible people. Yet these young children take their words, and those words impact them to the point where they're driven to suicide. So it just shows how important it is to be intentional with the way that we speak. I'm sure you can remember times in your life where someone that you love has either said something really hurtful. Maybe it was a parent who told you you were stupid or you were going to fail. Yeah, and how crushing that felt to you. Or maybe they were telling you how proud they were of you and how uplifted that made you feel and more determined to carry on. I'm a parent. I have a teenage daughter, and like many teenagers, she does not like to do her homework, and we have constant battles about it. But I have to always try and remind myself to be careful of the language that I'm using, because it's easy, especially times where we're feeling cross, to use the wrong words. So rather than say to her, if you're not going to study, you're going to fail, yeah? I try and use words like, you can do so well if you could just study. You could just do so much if you put the extra work in. One is knocking her down and one is building her up. And if we can think about the words that we are using when we are speaking to our loved ones, it makes such a difference. People are very much affected in relationships where one person emotionally abuses another person. And the words that they use can drive their partner self-worth to nothing. So it's so important to think about the words that we use. But not just that, also how we speak to ourselves. Now, up until recently, I would always say, "Oh, Catherine, you're a moron. Catherine, you're an idiot. Oh, gosh, I'm such a stupid idiot." I was always saying that to myself, constantly berating myself. And now I am trying not to. Now I am trying to speak positively about myself. When we can learn to do that, because we may not have people around us who can do that for us. We may not have people around us who can say, "Come on, keep going, don't give up, you can do it." So if we don't have that, we need to do that for ourselves. And that can too be powerful. Yes? Instead of saying, "I am tired," say, "I am enough." Instead of saying, "I can't do this," "I can do this." We can just replace the words that we put in our minds, and we can build ourselves up. Also, something I'm trying to learn to do is not apologize all the time. Don't apologize for being you. "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Yeah, you can get into a habit where just every other sentence you speak, you're apologizing. But you don't have anything to apologize for. And actually, when you can take that apology out of your language, that too can give you confidence. I don't need to apologize for just being here. I can just be here. Yeah? So look in the mirror and see, what words do I say to myself that make me feel bad about myself? And what words can I replace those words with? Because positive self-talk really does make a difference. It also makes a difference to how we see our imagined future. If we just say to ourselves, "Oh, it's just a nightmare, my life's a mess, I don't know how to deal with it, I can't see how my life is going to improve." Yeah, if we're in that sort of mindset, but if we change those words to, "I can make changes, I can do things to improve my life, I am strong enough, I am intelligent enough to make a positive impact on my life," that changes things for us. So that's all I wanted to say today. But yeah, it's just a short video, really reflecting on the words we use, how we speak to others, but also how we speak to ourselves, and how important that really is. Thank you so much for listening. Do please press the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts on today's video. And thank you for watching.